Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 138th session, 30th session of Empowering Morning Conversations. It's a wonderful new day, and we have a wonderful new topic. And the topic is acknowledging self and what does it make possible. So we'll talk about that a little later. So how are you this morning? Nice morning, isn't it? Good morning, Abhinav. Good morning, Thomas and Reddy Garu and Hasina ji and Neeti and Kunain and Gopal and Aisha.
Good morning, Sukhdeepak.
Good morning, sir.
My sir is here, your sir is there. Who's got the knighthood? The queen has not yet knighted me, so
It's
that's
on the
why I was
way.
asking you, are you an army officer or what? Because army officers, they always say sir, sir, sir.
Sir.
Inside what they're saying, you don't know, but outside they're saying sir, sir. So there should be a song also, sir, 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 sir. All right, all you wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human beings. So question I want to ask you is, and this is the quest I've been engaged in for more than 15 years now. Gopalji, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
That when we are wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human beings, we are. Why do we refuse to accept that? Interesting, isn't it? That when anybody says that, I will see when I'm doing a live program and people are sitting there, and when I say that, somebody will snigger, somebody will look here and there. It's almost like they're saying, are you talking about me, sir? मेरे केस में भगवान ने गलती कर दिया होगा सर आप मुझे जानते नहीं हो. If you knew who I am, you'll never say that I'm a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary person. So I'm thinking that, okay, so there are obviously things inside of you which I call as the interferers, the limiters, or the way you see yourself has made you have a limited viewpoint about yourself. After all, it's all a point of view, isn't it? Who we are is nothing but a point of view that we have about ourselves. So what have we been doing? Because if you look at life, we've had everything. We've got highs, we've got lows, we've got victories, we've got defeats, everything we've had, right? Why do we choose only something and then diminish ourselves in our own eyes? Right? So I've been working hard for many, many years to help people to remove all those things which don't allow them to see themselves as they are. And who are you? A wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being who deserves to be loved and respected for who you are. Loved and respected for who you are. We've spent a lifetime trying to become something and show them that we are worthy of your love and we are worthy of your respect, isn't it? Zindagi bita di humne अपने माँ बाप को और दूसरों को जताने में कि मैं आपके प्यार और आपके इज्जत क्या लायक हूं. That I'm worthy of your love, I'm worthy of your respect, and that's what we keep trying to do with our bosses and everybody. So before I talk too much, let's ask Gautam Bhadra to tell us what is the good news that he has for us this morning. He's looking so happy. How did your meeting go and what happened?
Yes, yesterday was a good day. I came back to Kolkata and there was a training program, campus. We attended that campus, the training program. There was
Hello, Mr. Gautam Bhadra. You will talk everything except the main point. What happened in the meeting?
meeting. It is a good meeting, but it will take time. It is in transition. By September, we have.
What did he say? Are you there or you are not there? Are you retiring or you are continuing? That's all we want to know.
I think it will be decided by September.
Achha, so but what does it look? The indications are positive or negative?
Positive. It is
so
positive.
What is your problem in acknowledging it? Yeah, I think wonderful thing has happened. No, Gautam is superstitious. Yeah, superstitious man. नहीं, अभी बोलने का नहीं है. नजर लग जाएगा. Let it happen first.
I don't.
Then we will talk. Blah blah blah. Hello, you want to put your energies on? It was a positive meeting. Did that fellow said, sorry, Mr. Bhadra, you are now overage. We have to ask you to leave. Did he say that?
No.
So then, namaskar, sir.
Yeah.
So we have to learn to appreciate what has happened, man.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank
God
you,
bless
sir.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And may you scale bigger heights also. Okay.
Yeah.
So training program you were saying?
Yeah, training program, it is a communication basically. And today the communication is very important. What we are doing, we are communicating each other. So that program, I presented a template with how to do this stakeholder communication. And that was appreciated. It was all over Southeast Asia. APEC. I mean, APEC means it's also China was there also in this team. So it was a good interaction. People appreciate it. And that energy I got from you, sir.
Oh.
Deepak ji, when I was in the airport, I was really in dilemma or morals. But you given me, and I'm really, Punan Saab, he has given me the very good mental support. Yesterday, I remember Punan Saab. So this is it's always help to be with the positive people.
Yes, it does.
Rightly told. In a life, everything will say something good, bad will come. But the positive people help to think for the good, just you cheering, whatever. And when we are cheering, I think good news will come. Everything will. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you know what? Don't forget, who's the one who's taking the action? You are taking the action.
Yeah,
you are coming every day. You are taking
but you are helping. I'm
That's
taking
okay.
action, but you all are helping.
I accept your gratitude, but get what I'm saying also. So, you know what? I come across so many people, being a trainer and a coach for so many years, more than 35 years, actually. You can imagine what kind of people and how many people I would have met. And there are some people, you make the food in the house, beautiful food, you put it on the thali also and keep it in front of them. They are expecting that you will make the morsel, put it in their mouth also, but they have to chew, na? Somebody will expect that you should hold his mouth and make him chew also. That also they don't want to do. So the thing is, you guys are coming, you are taking the food from, I'm giving you thali of food. You are picking up and eating it, right? If you don't eat it, I can keep on putting stuff in the thali. What use is it? Isn't it? So you wonderful people, thank you very much for coming every morning. And don't, something, there is a lot of power in you and that power you bring to us every morning. Don't discount yourself ever. This platform becomes richer because you are there. We will not be able to do anything unless all of you are there, Nothing can be done alone. And yet at the same time, many of us spend a lifetime driving us to become alone. Nobody is good enough for us. Or we are not good enough for anybody. So stay away from me. Bach ke rehna re baba, bach ke rehna re. Akela hu main is duniya mein. Then we'll cry also ke akela hu. First you'll make yourself akela, then you'll cry that I'm akela. Or you'll sing songs like Chhod do aanchal zamana kya kahega. Dur raho. Leave me alone. When you are in trouble, you need people. That time we'll say, leave me alone. Funny guys we are, isn't it? So good. Thank you very much. All right. So wonderful sharing by Gautam Badra. Who would like to go next? Wow. Subhashi has also joined. And Gauravji is there. I can see with his silver hair. We'll start with Raghu and then we will go to Mr. Abhi now. Abhi now means right now.
Okay.
Abhi means now, right? Abhi means Abhi. Now means now. Okay, Raghu, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yesterday,
good morning.
The question was, what is possible for me today? So I was just thinking over it for a long period after our conversation got over also. And I wanted to do I was thinking of doing my master's degree. So I was thinking of like, what a wonderful opportunity I missed it like we had a COVID and all the colleges taking admission only online. It is not that physical thing. So I thought I can call my college friend who's a professor now in Bangalore. So I asked him what is that, what are the things are available, whether the age is a limit now, whether I can join. He said better you contact one more of my classmate who's a Council of Architecture in all over India. He's a head of Council of Architecture. He can guide you properly. So then I spoke to him. I thought of he's at that position. He may not even entertain my call. When I called him, he was just casual as how we split it on the day when we are out of the college. And then I just conversed with him. He said there's a good opportunity. Always you come, once you decide to come out of Dubai, and then call me. I will make you the positions, the college, which college you want to go and which stream you want to study. And then he said he has given all my his contact number and other informations.
Call you to
So
say hi to.
that one question of thing, what is possible for me today, at least I made me to contact my classmate. And there is an avenue is there. That helped me a lot on that. And another story I want to tell about the communication, sir. Is it okay now, or I'll just tell a little later?
Yeah, you can do that. There are some people here communicating also.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So I will do it later. That's what you're saying, sir?
I'm saying do it now.
Oh, okay.
These dogs are also communicating with you. That's what I'm saying.
I get it. Yes.
Nai pes rahe hai.
Okay.
What is it called? Nai, no?
Nai.
Go ahead.
Yes. Nai.
Nai correct.
Correct. Okay, go ahead.
இங்கே வந்து நாய் பேசுது.
Yeah, exactly.
We cannot say correctly. Here we are that dog also is a participant.
Exactly.
Yes. So a person who went to the hotel and then he asked that I am very hungry. The one meal or the one thing what you have, which will remove my hunger. Then he said we have vada. And then he asked what is the cost of the vada? Is it 5 rupees? So he ordered the first vada I had, and then he keep on going. His hunger is not gone. So when he had around the 7th vada, the hunger was gone. So he went to the cash counter, and the bearer was saying to the cash counter, it's 35 rupees he has to pay. He said, no way. I asked you the one thing which makes to remove my hunger. So the last vada which I had, that is the only one the hunger was removed. So I'll pay only 5 rupees.
Pay for that.
Yes. So our communication means we don't listen. We pay less attention to what people say. Then always we are in the answering mode. So that's what happened.
That's very nice. Thank you very much for sharing
Thank you,
that. Yes, Mr. Mathur.
Yeah. So Sudeepak, your question today was about self-acknowledgement. So you asking this question now, and yesterday whole day I was with this question about self-acknowledgement. And what I saw for myself was that I have created very high standards. Ki agar beta ho, if you have to be a son, then it should be like कौन था वो जो अपने बच्चों को अपने पेरेंट्स को कंधे पे बिठा के ले गया था?
Shravan Kumar.
If I am a son, then I should be like Shravan Kumar. If I am a businessman, then I should be like J.R.D. Tata. If I am an executive in a company, then I should be like VC Modi of that level. So वो होता नहीं है.
Yeah. तो एक चीज रह गई है बस.
हाँ क्या?
I should be like God. Yeah, मगर problem with us is कि God में भी कमी निकाल देंगे ना.
हाँ.
Some people say, why is he a man? He should be a woman. इसकी दाढ़ी लंबी क्यों है? सबको डरा क्यों रखता है? दुनिया में इतनी तकलीफें क्यों देता है? He is the creator. Why is he creating illnesses? Why is he creating तालिबान? है ना? Why is he creating people like भाइयों बहनों?
Or in fact, Sudeepak, I have done high standards for others also. My dad should be like that. My mother should be like that. Sudeepak should be like that. my wife should be like, my daughter तो बिल्कुल topper ही होनी चाहिए बिल्कुल. She should be like a topper, and every word should one day come and say, "Ah, wow, Abhinav, what kind of daughter you have? What have you done to make your daughter such a topper in each and
आपके
everything?"
अभिनव जी, आपके जीवन में एक व्यक्ति है जिन्होंने ये सब चीजें आपको जागीर में दी हैं. वो कौन है मालूम है आपको?
My father.
एग्जैक्टली. सो कैन यू
Yeah,
इमेजिन
yeah.
जो तुम्हारे इर्द गिर्द लोग होंगे उनका क्या हाल होता होगा?
हाँ, वही मैं सोच रहा हूँ.
So you are doing the
I
same damn
कुछ
thing which you don't like, eh?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And
Can
I'm
I?
telling you, yes, certainly, please do. All right, Abhinav, have you finished?
Yeah, I finished.
All right, great. Thank you very much.
My feeling about myself is I don't see a problem in setting my standard if I'm a businessman to be Tata builder. But the problem that I have been having so long was I had a perceived sense that my people close to me who love me actually would like me to be XYZ. So in
They
this
would want you to be XYZ. Oh,
that's the thing is. So there exactly in this process, I've never ever have been myself, neither XYZ. So therefore, this is my realization that I have to be me 100% so that my people love me. I have to make them love me what I am today. And actually, this is what is transitioning. And I'm
okay.
really loving this transition. Thank you.
So say good morning to somebody here.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi.
So I was telling her that we'll give a big surprise to your dad, So here she is.
Okay.
And I'm doing this from her house, and she's been generous enough to allow me to conduct the Access Bars workshop at her place.
Okay.
So that's where I am.
Great.
Don't ask me what it is, huh?
No.
She's the expert. She will tell you. Anyway, great.
Hard on you, and I'm not meddling into it.
Chalo, thank you very much. Thanks for your sharing. Okay, who else? We're waiting for other people to enlighten us. Yes, Niti ji, good morning.
Good morning, sir. So taking off from what Raghu has shared and what Milan sir has also shared is, this is what came to me also this morning when you raised the question. We get so caught up in other people's expectations of us and our expectations of how they should accept us. So in the whole game, it's a lost game.
Exactly. First of all, we inherit something. Anyway, carry on.
So what I realized is, people expressing their acceptance of me need not fill the bill that I have in my mind. It should not be in the format that I think that this is their acceptance for me. I have to allow them to express their own shape or their own way of acceptance of me. And I have to honor that. It may not fulfill my wishes, but then I have to, I have to reason with myself and not make it, make it a concern. That is what I have to say.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. I had this insight in 94 or 95, when I had a wife who used to yell at me quite a lot. Okay, so one day I asked her, why do you do this? You're very polite with others. Why are you doing it to me? She says, because you're my husband. I said, huh? Aren't you supposed to empower me? So she said, what do you think I'm doing? My entire life is invested in you. And if I see you making a mistake, I have to tell you. I say, you can't tell me pleasantly. Eh? She says, where do you listen if I tell you pleasantly? You're such a bloody deed, you don't listen to anybody. So that day I got two insights, One was that you're a bloody deed. Deed means stubborn. And the second insight I got was I don't listen to anybody. And that's true. I would take everything everybody said and filter it and say, all right, this one makes sense, I'll listen. Which was very rare, because I was a Mr. Know-it-all. You know what it is like when you read about 1,000 books and you're also a trainer and you think you know too much. So then I realized another thing. Wives are there to make sure your ego is under control. and you don't become too big for your boots, and you don't become swollen. So all kinds of people come in our life, no? And their job is to keep us in control, I suppose. That's why I always say, Niti, every experience. Can you complete the sentence? Every experience
is an opportunity to be a better version of myself.
And really, every day I've begun to see this, Like you look at the, today we had to start a program here at 9 o'clock, okay? And my first reaction was, oh my God, I've got people from another platform joining us. How will I manage it? I can't even hand it over to somebody else, right? So then I said, all right, I'll do it up to 8:15, then I'll leave it, but that's not also okay with me. Because people from the other platform, they usually come only by 8:15. I mean, the program's supposed to start at 8, but they come by 8:15. So I said, if they come by 8:15, then they don't get to hear me. So what do I do? What do I do? What else is possible? What else is possible? Suddenly occurred to me in the morning when I woke up. I said, why don't I go there before the program starts and set up things? Then again, the usual consideration, no, that's not polite. How can I wake up somebody, maybe they had a late night, doesn't look nice. Then I told my wife, she said, nothing doing, you can't do that. That's not done. You're taking advantage of the other person, blah, blah, blah. So then I thought some more, I said, well, there's no harm in asking. If they don't like it, they'll say so. So then I asked. I was trying to ask, but I couldn't get through on the phone. So finally got through at 10 minutes to 7. I didn't give up. Huh? In the default mode, Sukhdeepak Malvai would have given up. Right? And then in the default mode, there is another thing. It's called give up one thing in order to do another. Not like it doesn't happen to me. It happens still. Sometimes you give up one thing in order to do another. But if you put in that extra effort like I did this morning, you could do both. That's the advantage of getting out of the default mode. Right? And my wife is looking at me and she's going crazy. Because she's not she can't take it, if you're doing too many things at the same time and blah, and blah. I'm quite used to it. I've lived in chaotic conditions for a long time. They trained me, to become a better version of myself. So that's why it got handled. And I just came on time, I think 3 minutes before the session started. In my default mode, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have even thought of doing that. So what you're saying is so relevant that, we've got this frame, people who like us should behave like this. They should not get angry with us. They should not criticize us. They should not speak in a loud voice. They should be cooperative. They should understand how much we are doing for them and blah, and blah, and blah. And when they don't fit into that frame, then you start singing the song, Akela hu main. है ना? कसमें वादे प्यार वफा सब बातें हैं बातों का क्या कोई किसी का नहीं है ये झूठे नाते हैं नातों का क्या and all that stuff that we have accumulated over the years. Thank you, Niti ji, for sharing it. Okay, who's next? We've got exactly 6 minutes more for anybody who is wanting to come. Yeah, who's this?
Pongal.
Okay, Pongal, you can raise your hand, no? Or if you did, I didn't see it.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would have seen now, then.
I'm really sorry.
No, what's there to be sorry? You forgot. You got into some mode. It's okay.
Yeah, I was like, yesterday, the whole of yesterday, the only thing that went on, because it was a holiday also yesterday. So the only thing that went on in me was what else is possible for me today? So, the beautiful finding that I have found out is there is a possibility of us being the sole proprietor of the school. We don't need investors. There is a way out. And we have started working on the way out. And we are meeting people, in connection with that.
Wow.
Yeah. Now you try another experiment. Next time when you say, don't say what is possible for me today.
Okay.
Don't limit it to me.
Okay.
Right? More possibilities will come.
Okay.
It's never about you alone.
Mhm.
See, so one of the default mode we have to get out of is me versus them.
Okay. Okay.
You understand? I have discovered this when I'm looking for possibilities only for me.
Wow.
It's limiting, no? See, for example, I could sit there and say, all right, I wish, more people show up for my program so that I get benefit. Or I can say, hello, what is possible for everyone if we all get together and participate? Because possibility open up for everybody, not only you.
Exactly.
When your school starts, how many possibilities are opening up for how many children and how many parents and how many future prime ministers and how many Shiv
Ooh.
Nadars are going
Wow.
to come out of your school.
Wow.
So it's not only about Pongal.
Thank you. Thank you for this.
Yeah. So as a teacher, you are creating futures. Please remember that.
The ripple effect.
You are creating futures. You plant a seed and when it blooms, and you say, hey, that prime minister or the president, he was my student.
Wow.
Because that's what you're making possible.
Thank you. Thank you. I was just waiting for the morning to come and tell you last night after we had a discussion at home, and I said tomorrow morning I'm going to tell him that, God, this is what I really wanted, because we didn't want anyone else to be coming in any form whatsoever, especially with the management. So
and why not?
As of now, probably there is a kind of a block in me that I might not have the supportive system the way I would like to do, the way we would like to do.
Hello, there are a lot of guys who will set up a trust and they will have all rubber stamp trustees with them also.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Just that way we can go ahead. A good idea. We will look into it.
At the same time, Pongal, we'll discuss this at length. There are many possibilities in going about it with a lot of involvement from a lot of people and a lot of support on your mission.
Yes.
Right? Because this mission of yours is not only about you. Your institution will carry on when you are not there also.
Exactly.
When Gandhi wanted independence for this country, it was not about him.
Yes.
In your lifetime, you can serve your school and leave a legacy behind. And you can't be there forever looking after it. Right? I've seen enough people setting up stuff and falling flat, Like one friend of mine, he got COVID. His organization finished. It doesn't exist anymore, almost on the verge of collapse. You're getting it? So it's good. I mean, you've started. I mean, it's a wonderful thing.
I remembered the words which you said: bold, unabashed, and consistent like a child. The child is, I keep telling that, the child knows what it wants and it does not leave us until it gets what it wants. So these are the words, the bold, unabashed, consistent efforts like a child. I've written it in my diary. I'm reading it from my diary, what you said.
And you're doing it. So congratulations for it. And I really admire you. I honor you. I'm grateful for your sharing. And the fact that you're so open to learning. You have destroyed one of the beliefs I had about teachers. For a long time, I had this belief that the most difficult or impossible people to teach is teachers. So that belief crumbled many years ago. I was training some 24 principals of all the best colleges of Mumbai. All right. And only 2 people came on time. So that day I satisfied I dashed them up left, right, and center. I said, future of our country can't even come on time. They felt so ashamed. 3 or 4 came and touched my feet. Thank you, sir, for reminding me of my mission. I think I was becoming arrogant and I thought I can come whenever I want. I said, how dare you do that to me? So some inner desire was also getting satisfied, But then I discovered, very difficult people, especially school teachers. They don't want to listen. This is what I used to think. I don't think like that anymore.
No, because I have got a wonderful team and I feel experiences have taught me that
they should log into my link. No, many of them have come already. No, some have come. I don't know if all have come. I can see Mr. Dabas, I can see Philomena and all. Yeah, those who have not. Yeah, they were to come here, I thought. Anyway. Yeah, right.
When I became a principal at 32 of a 32-year-old school, with the first teacher still a teacher in the school, I had that belief that, oh my God, how am I going to make these people and realize what I'm talking about? But later the same team came in a different way. So that was my learning on how to handle them and get them into that mode of learning or adaptability or flexibility. So
Great,
now
great.
I do it with so much of ease. Thank you.
Yeah, but please get my appreciation also. And the appreciation is that you are a person who's willing to learn and implement immediately. So congratulations on that. How rich you are because of your willingness to receive. Yes, Mr. My dear friend, Gaurav. And then after that, we will have Giri Garu. First, Gaurav.
Onam Asham Shakal to all Malayalis here and half Malayalis also, Sukhdeepak ji.
All right, thank you very much. I remembered it, but I forgot. Anyway, I remembered it and forgot. What a funny fellow I am.
It's a beautiful day in Delhi. It's raining cats and dogs, nice and gray. So I'm getting a Kerala feel in Delhi. So that's what I wanted to share.
Okay, great.
All the best to everyone.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Giri Garu, you're making nice poses like Rajinikanth today morning.
Thank you, sir, for this wonderful opportunity. Actually, yesterday I was attending one recognition function, one of my vertical, you all know that the Kotak Life Insurance. Almost 3 hours the meeting has been going on. Really, I am sometimes I get bored because so much activity I have to do my first vertical. Then finally they came to put on 2 videos actually. That video is really awesome. The first one video is about the leader. Leader actually is pulling the cart and one of the employees standing behind him and he is also helping to moving the cart. And the third one is sitting in the cart and he is moving that wheel. And the fourth one is acting. He is not pulling. He is just pulling.
Showing.
Yeah, he is acting like that. And sometimes he is throwing the stone also.
Which one
like
are
that,
you?
I am the leader.
Yeah, which one? Showing that you're pulling the cart, is it?
Yeah. That, sir, I am not the narrator like you, sir. Please don't.
Which one are you? I said, are you sitting in the cart or you're pulling the cart?
I am the leader pulling the whole cart, sir.
Alone?
No, not alone, with all the employees. Then only the leader is seeing actually when he is moving. So many vehicles are crossing very fastly, but his vehicle is not moving so far. Then he is realizing something is happening there, and he is looking and he is almost catch that boy, that who is the culprit, throwing the stone and acting like that. He completely is thrown out. Then the vehicle has been smoothly moving on. Like that, every leader has to look their roles and responsibility, whether the vehicle is going in the right side and right path, right direction, right speed, like that.
Okay,
and another
great.
short video also, the tiger and monkey. Tiger is doing its job, but monkey is going and doing so many fun activity. The tiger is not able to do their work, but monkey in a very strong position. It is, but as a strong leader, a tiger is a strong leader. But the monkey is doing all the mischiefs because of knowing how to move from the tree. But even though the strong tiger, not able to control. So these are all the 2 videos open me something for me.
Okay, great,
That's
wonderful. Thank you for sharing. All right, so let's get on with the purpose of today. So all you wonderful people, how are you? Let me ask you one more time. Anybody else wants to say something? So you have your chance now. And today, like I said, we have a very, very wonderful topic. And we have a wonderful set of people who have joined us. And these are people from Maven, or they like to call themselves consciously Positive. So good friends like Mr. Dabas and Philomena and Mrs. Bansal and so on and so forth. So we got lots of interesting people with us, and we are privileged to have them on Saturdays. And they join us on Saturdays. So here is it, today's 130th session. And remember, stop blaming and start living. And remember another thing very important. The way you see yourself is the way you treat yourself. And the way you treat yourself is the way you treat others. And the way you treat others is the way they will treat you. So when I was listening to Abhinav this morning and I was listening to Neeti this morning, that was the thought going through my mind, the way we see ourselves. So can you see this loop running? Maybe grandfather did that. And the father did that. And the son is also doing that. The way you see yourself. So if you see yourself as a failure, if you see yourself as an idiot, how are you going to treat yourself? And what signals are you giving out to the world? All right? That's why today's topic becomes very important. That's why what we do here every morning, that also becomes very, very important. So we are being bombarded by negative influences from all sides. And I'm saying, let us say no to the negative influences of the world. Let us say, no, I will not be influenced by negativity. And sometimes we need help to do that. Right? So when you are in the presence of other people who are committed to the same thing, we can work together and support each other with our sharing of our insights, by learning new things here, and then sharing about what you did with those new things. Simply getting new things is not good enough, is it? So if you learned something and you didn't use it, nothing will happen. But if you use it, breakthroughs will happen in your life. And that's why we urge you to share, because when you realize, oh, I didn't do anything, then next day you may go and do it. Or when you hear somebody sharing, okay, he learned this, he implemented it, and this is what happened in his life, then you'll also get encouraged. Can you see that? And that way, we are sending out a lot of positive vibrations. We are converting our negative vibrations into positive ones, and vibrations always radiate. Like you drop a stone into the pond and you see the ripples going that way. When we become positive, positivity radiates out. And when people are positive, they are also radiating positivity, isn't it? So when we are surrounded by positivity, what will happen? We will definitely get that positivity too. So be selfish. Spread it as much as you can, invite as many people as you can. And when we do that, then we'll have a world of ease, joy, and glory. And that's what we want, isn't it? Everybody would like to have a life of ease, joy, and glory. That's what we are creating in this platform. Now, like every morning, today morning also, I have something which I want you to think about. I'm saying acknowledging self. When you acknowledge and appreciate yourself for what you've done, like when we were discussing in the morning, I was telling Abhinav also, how is it that we only remember our defeats? Life has everything happening. There are victories, there are defeats, there are wins, there are losses, there are ups and there are downs. Why do we only remember the downs? Why do we only remember the negatives? Right? What is the problem appreciating and acknowledging ourselves? Not only ourselves, appreciating and acknowledging, good things that are happening to us. Like Bhadra's example, if I may say, Bhadra went to Bangalore very apprehensive about what is going to happen. My boss, is he going to ask me to leave because I crossed 60? He didn't do that, right? What he was afraid never happened. So he should be happy, no? But he wasn't, until I reminded him, hello, you were scared that the axe is going to fall on your head. It didn't. Why are you not celebrating it? There our own superstition will take over. Let it happen. Let it come in writing. Then I will celebrate. Hello, you can celebrate. If you don't like to broadcast it, don't do that, but you can celebrate, right? So here's what I want you to say to me. Close your eyes just now, each and every one of you, please. And I want you to go back in time. When you close your eyes, take a long deep breath and let go and relax. And take another long deep breath, let go and relax. And take another long deep breath, let go and relax. And take another long deep breath, let go and relax. And as you sit there relaxing, I want you to remember the first time you accomplished something. You must have been a baby then when you accomplished the first thing you did. When you said mama or you said papa, that was the first thing you accomplished, isn't it? The first time you uttered your first word. Go forward a little bit and get in touch with that time when you took your first steps without being held. You remember that and you want to acknowledge yourself for that. So many wins. Do you recall when you learned to count? That was another victory you had. Do you recall when you learned your alphabet? That was another victory you had. Do you recall when you first learned how to write your name? That was a victory you had. Can you see the series of small and big victories that have happened? I want you to get in touch with as many of them as you can. Don't try to remember every time you failed. Remember every time you did small successes and big successes in your life, and recall every one of them in sequence, starting from babyhood to early infancy, right? Childhood to school, every class, every subject. Some wins you had, about talking to people or whatever you had. Get in touch with that and appreciate and acknowledge yourself for the fact that you had those victories in your life. Take your time. Yeah, come forward in slow motion, recalling all the small and big victories that you've had in your life. Recall the victory. So I'm going to leave you to it without interruption. There have been steps forward every day, whether you realize them or not. Remember your first job and how excited you were that you got that job. Remember small and big victories you had in your job or in your business. Come right up to the present. All right, whenever you think that you are done and you are here in the present moment and having acknowledged yourself, you can open your eyes. And I invite some of you to share about what happened. So who would like to do that?
Shall I go first? Pongal.
Of course. Yeah, of course, Pongal, you can go first.
When you said start with the beginning, actually, as a kid, from so many things, but then the first female to become a graduate from a village was one big accomplishment there. And from then coming into wedding, having 2 little children, how I started, and till today, like conducting the wedding of my daughter all alone with God's grace. And also now having a flat in a posh apartment of my own. In my career as one of the reputed principals or a person whom I'm listened to, people ask me. So many little things which I've so much ignored. Thank you for making me remember that. So many. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and what does it make possible when you are in the presence of all your victories? What does it make possible for you?
Yes, like everything that I want is going to be possible. Now I just feel that is going to be whatever I have in mind is only a microcosm. So many other bigger things are going to open up now. So when I could do so much from that place, and now with all this, it's going to be different. Definitely.
Yeah, you will start believing in yourself, right?
Much more.
And that will make so many things possible, isn't it?
Exactly.
Thank you, Pongal. Thank you very much for sharing it. Yes, Kunan sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Very good morning. When I did this exercise, I realized there's a change in my mindset now, just now, breakthrough kind of thing, that I see many more wins than failures. So the failures are less, wins are more, which I was not, I never ever thought. So it's a different reality now. It's a big realization that what I was thinking is myself as an individual who has not achieved many things, but it's not the reality. So thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And thank you very much, Dr. Kunan Shahidi. Don't forget, that's also an accomplishment, isn't it? Thank you very much for sharing it. All right, who else?
Sir, I
What
like
is open? Yeah, go ahead.
when I was born, I was told later on in life that I would not live only because I was a baby. And my biggest achievement is I am now 80 years old. So that is one big thing that's happened in my life, and I'm so grateful for that.
You're welcome.
The first earning of 100 rupees when I was in school. And I was always wanting to buy a pure leather purse, which I could not afford. My parents couldn't afford. When I got that 100 rupees, I was on top of the world, that I could buy a pure leather purse. And then I went through all the points. It's endless. It's really endless. And I'm very grateful to God for all that He's given me. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Okay, who's next? Be generous.
Yes, I would like to share. Good morning.
Nabaz Saab, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you as always.
Thank you.
आपकी मुस्कुराहट देखकर हम बाग हो जाते हैं.
Thank you so much. Really, it has opened up so much for me. I recollected some of my incidents from the village. I topped in my school in the village, all that, and then traveling the world over in a very, very adventurous way. So all this is leading to very positive feeling, confidence, belief in the self, and more important is that, yes, if I could do, I was feeling a bit stagnated. Now I feel, yes, I can do much more also. So it's a very good exercise. Wonderful. Thank you, really.
So you shared both things, that appreciation of yourself. You can see what it is making possible. It is making possible new possibilities for you in your life now. After such a rich experienced life, which I know you, so I can tell you, I mean, you're not an ordinary person anyway. You have done many things in life. And now you're saying, hey, I can do much more. You can,
So-
believe me, you can.
That stagnation is going out, certainly. I mean, this exercise helps in removing your stagnation, removing the hurdles.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much for sharing. It makes me so happy. Go on,
Thank
Abhinav.
you, sir.
morning. Good
Yeah,
morning,
your turn.
everybody. It's nice
Good morning, sir.
being in your session, and it was really a wonderful exercise.
One
And I
minute,
could
1 minute. Hold on. Who's this? Pritam ji. Okay, I thought this one. मैंने कहा अभिनव की आवाज कैसे बदल गई? I'll 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, Pritam ji, carry on. I'll just put you on the spotlight.
Yes.
You can keep speaking.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. It was wonderful acknowledging myself. I could remember the time when I grew, and also my first instance when I got prize for singing in a school, and also later prize in doing a drama, and later doing my graduation, doing my post-graduation, and then getting a job and other many things, and it has made me really and succeeding in my job, and made me very feel excited and and I feel highly elated. And now I am still working. I am doing editing, and I am getting acknowledgement from the people, professor of IIT and other people whose papers I have edited, and they are acknowledging. That gives me a great feeling that
Wonderful,
yes,
wonderful.
I can keep on working and keep doing that. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Before you people joined today, I was sharing with my group that, you are wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary people, and you deserve to be loved and respected for who you are. But people don't believe it, because they spent their whole lifetime कि कुछ करो कि लोग मुझे इज्जत दें, कुछ करो कि मुझे प्यार दें, right? Because they have not really appreciated all the wonderful things that they've already done. So they find it hard to see themselves as wonderful, magnificent, and extraordinary people. And in my career as a trainer, this is what I'm helping people to do. कि whatever it is that stops themselves, जो उनको खुद को रोकती है अपनी खूबियों को देखने से, I help them to remove those things. And that's what we are doing. Thank you so much, Pritam ji. Okay, Abhinav, go ahead.
Thank you.
Sir, मैं बोलूं?
Please mute yourself.
So Deepak,
बोलो.
So Deepak, my father had a younger brother, who was much younger to my father, and he died very young. He was just 6 years old when he died. My father's younger brother. So then, in my father's home, it was always a gloomy atmosphere, and my grandmother was kind of very, halki si, she lost interest in dunya mein kya ho raha hai. So when I was born, the atmosphere in the just by being born, the atmosphere in my father's home and his extended family became very cheerful, and especially my grandmother became very alive. So I got present to that. I got present to this is what जब मैं पैदा होने से इतना कुछ हो गया, without saying anything, without doing anything, just by being born, the atmosphere in the home got changed. And also I got present to कि maybe that is the reason कि मेरे father की family में हुआ ना acknowledgement का रिवाज ही नहीं है, उनको शायद ये डर लगा रहता है कि नजर ना लग जाए. Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I got
that's
it.
what I wanted to share. Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you, Abhinav, for sharing it. But are you beginning to see that we have so many things that we have done, but we don't see them, so we think that we are nothing. मैं तो नाचीज हूँ.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
सर
मैं तो
नमस्ते.
एक ख्वाब हूँ, इस ख्वाब से प्यार न कर.
सर आप ही की भाषा में एक लाइन खुद के लिए बोलना चाहती हूँ.
हाँ जी,
जब ये
बोलिए.
एक्सरसाइज की और इतनी बिग वाली स्माइल आती ही जा रही थी, और एक ही गाना निकला, आज मैं आगे, आज मैं ऊपर, आसमान नीचे, आज मैं आगे, जमाना है पीछे. थैंक यू सो मच सर. मॉर्निंग इतनी बिग वाली
स्माइल आ गई है. Congratulations. Okay, who else? Come on, guys. What is it making possible for you? Shakti. with your nice new hair wash look.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Everyone. Yeah, actually, it was a great feeling, sir. From village to Hong Kong, how many accomplishments I did. I didn't acknowledge so many stuff. It was a great feeling, sir. Thank you so much.
Most welcome. And you know what? Have you noticed, everybody in our life, what we are doing is that we don't acknowledge and appreciate ourselves. That is all right. But whenever anybody comes, first we are trying to find out what is wrong with them. Have you noticed that? We have a tendency to see with what is wrong with people rather than finding out what is right about them or what is great about them. So if you are doing that, just one second, you want to take the keys or anything done?
I'll just latch it from outside.
Okay, done.
I'll latch it, lock you in.
I hope there's no fire.
No, there won't be.
Are you getting that? Now, if you started, like when I meet people, the first thing which comes in my mind is, wow, here's a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary person. Now, what if you started meeting people and that's what was automatically coming in your mind and heart, because you appreciate yourself so much. Now you're willing to see what is wonderful and magnificent about other people also.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
Quite.
And what will that make happen in life? Can you think about that? So there are two aspects of it. One, you're never alone. So the way you see yourself is the way you will treat yourself. And the way you treat yourself, you will treat others. And the way you treat others is the way they'll treat you. So it all comes back to you. It's like a boomerang, जो फेंकते हो पानी में छींटा पत्थर मारेंगे छींटा हमको लगेगा ही लगेगा. So you send out negativity, you're going to get negativity. Right? All right. So who's next? Who would like to share or question or whatever?
So I have also experienced.
हाँ जी बताइए सर. Yeah, go ahead.
I have also experienced in my life a lot of successes, but a lot of failures also. But I have been able to overcome them, most of them. Like in the
ज़्यादा
beginning.
याद कौन से रहते हैं गोपाल जी? हम लोग की बीमारी क्या है? हमारे फेलियर्स ज़्यादा याद रहते हैं हमको.
Yes. But
है ना? So हम ये कह रहे हैं कि अपनी जो कामयाबियां हैं उनको याद करो.
Yeah. Your exercise has been very good for us. I remember now whatever little accomplishments I had right from the beginning. Right from, for example, when I was appointed as personnel officer in my first job, because I was MA in psychology, and there were about 50 workers. And 15th of August, I, as a young chap of 23, had to climb up the stairs and put up the flag and say a few words. I remember what I said, I don't remember, but I did say something. Relevant must be, because they were clapping afterwards. And thereafter, we were founder member of Lions Club. We made a club there, and we had a whole society, whole town, good families. We took them out on a picnic and all that. There's so much of accomplishments I had. That was the most creative period of my life, And thereafter also, all through, I have seen that. But some failures
sir,
also.
आपने अपनी जागीर भी तो छोड़ दी है. You produced such a wonderful child who's making such lovely movies. She's directed so many wonderful movies. वो आप ही की तो पैदाइश है. You can even acknowledge yourself for that.
Exactly, sir. Of course. I gave her all absolute freedom, whatever she wanted to do,
And how successful she is.
Yeah. So I'm very happy about the whole thing, At that point, I reached this age, I'm feeling very accomplished, and very happy that I have done something. Yeah. Good.
Thank you for sharing it. Okay, who's next? And what does it make possible? When you share, other people also recall something. Oh, yeah, I also did that. Better to remind ourselves of our successes rather than our failures, don't you think? Even failures can teach us. Actually, they were not even failures, but we saw them as failures. You see, every one of those setbacks or whatever you call them actually contributed hell of a lot to us. But we don't see it like that. No? We see them as failures. There was this guy who invented the light bulb, Thomas Alva Edison. He's supposed to have failed, 4,000 times or whatever, making the filament. Somebody asked him, what do you feel about those failures? He says, who says I failed? Who says I failed? I learned 3,900 something ways of how not to make a filament.
Yeah.
That is the spirit, you know. You
Thomas
can
Alva
imagine
Edison.
Thomas Alva Edison. What about those cycle mechanics because of whom you got aeroplanes today? Huh? You know who invented the aeroplane? Cycle mechanic. How many
Wright
times they would have
brothers.
failed?
Wright
Yeah, they
brothers.
were. That's right. They were cycle mechanics. You know that? The village used to laugh at them. You would repair cycles. What are you wasting your time for? Yeah. Every time they failed, you think they gave up? Did they see them as failures? Every time they didn't do it right, they said, well, we know now this is not the way to do it. So they tried another way and it didn't work. They said, well, now we learned this is not how to do it. What do we do? Oh, made a big mistake. This is not for me. Chhod do. Do something else. I'm not capable. How quickly we say that. Isn't it? All right. Who else? Let's hear from a few more wonderful people. Hello.
Sir, I would like to share a thought in a little
light way.
Lighter. So many victories, of course, like I resonate with the Sakti story from where I am in Dubai doing good. So one funny story was there was a competition for memory test in a school. Who has got a highest memory, something like that. So I went there. I was not a certainly person of elephant memory, but I used something else because in school they kept some things and they asked us to see for a minute and come back. We have to write it. After come back, I remembered nothing. But I used my common sense. I was thinking what things and all the school teacher can arrange. Then I arranged the note from all the geometry box to teacher's bag to all the things, everything. I got the first prize.
Obviously, because you are a possibility thinker.
Thank you, sir.
You are where you are because you are naturally seems to be a possibility thinker.
Wonderful. And I want to acknowledge one more thing also, that possibility thinking is the thing which we brought to here to the right people. I'm doing the right thing. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So what does it make possible? Okay. The fact that you are now, I'm requesting you, I'm urging you that focus more on your accomplishment and focus to find out the hidden victories inside the so-called failure also. Because every time you had something which you labeled as a failure, there is a hidden victory inside of it which you never saw. Are you getting it? जिस चीज को आप नाकामयाबी कहते हैं उसके अंदर छुपा हुआ होता है कुछ सीख कुछ विक्ट्री जो आपको दिखाई नहीं दी थी उस वक्त and you remember it after 30 years and say yeah I learned from that also. So that is a way of reminding you that every experience is an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. So if you start looking with this kind of point of view, that there is a victory in everything, provided I don't label it as a failure. Just because somebody told you that was a failure, somebody told you you failed. Imagine if your children told you, "Arey, you keep falling down again and again. You're a stupid fellow. You're falling down again and again." What would have happened to you? But if they said to you, "Great, every time you fall, you get up, fantastic," then what would you think? Suppose they said, "Beta, you never give up. You're very determined." Then what would happen? Yes, all these negative points of view that we have been accumulating, you might be able to get rid of them by simply trying to acknowledge and appreciate yourself. And even appreciating and acknowledging the so-called losses or, defeats in life. Is there a defeat? Because the moment you start accepting anything as a defeat, slowly and slowly you are losing some power. Power is believing in yourself. So every time your self-belief goes down, you're losing power. Na? So which is better? To keep on finding out successes or to keep on looking for things which will tell you, oh, I'm a useless fellow, I failed again, I'm not good enough, nothing much is possible for me, I'm just an ordinary guy, I can do only ordinary things. You see the kind of nonsense that goes on in our head. Good. Anybody else, would you like to say something before we formally end the session now? Yes, Kunen sir.
Thank you, sir. I just wanted to share something I read day before yesterday. Sunil Gavaskar is a very famous cricketer, batsman. So he was reviewing the last test match which England won, and he told something about bowler Siraj, which really I liked it. And what Sunil Gavaskar told that Siraj, when he was bowling, his body language was always as if he's going to take the wicket in the next ball. So he was not showing that he is tired. He's not showing that he can't take wicket. So through his body language, he was reflecting that he is going to take wicket in the next ball again. So this reflected me right now that if we maintain our physiology, body posture, as you rightly mentioned, that I can win, I can achieve, then opponent also, and as a batsman, he told that batsmen, they think and they see the body language of the bowler, and then they take the decision to hit the ball. So the aggressive manner of bowler get the negative impact on the batsman. So in life also, when we are positive, we reflect the positivity, and then we can win over others, or we can win whatsoever we want to do that.
Okay, so now if I say in my language, that bowler was using power of generation. See, if he didn't take a wicket, next time he used power of generation. See, like the army people do, charge, Same way, that fellow was doing that. So it was reflecting in his body language and posture. Great, fantastic. Thank you very much. Yes, Pongal.
Applying of what Dr. Kunen said into my life, as long as I was having the thought that I was asking for help and going on with a begging bowl, I was containing myself. I already was defeated in my thoughts, like, intentions and counter intentions. So I was having that in me when I was going and asked. But when you said enrolling people in my vision for a greater cause, that made all the difference. The way even I looked at it has changed enormously. So the way I speak to people, the body language I carry, and the tonality and the confidence of my vocabulary.
I've seen it, Milan. Yes.
So it's so much, it makes a difference. So thank you, Kunenji, for again bringing that into, how it has been applied. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for sharing that. Also, yes, Milan sir.
Yeah, very simple words. All of us know about it, and we have talked about it 1,001 times in our life. Looking at a glass which is half full, either way of empty, half empty, or half full. That's it. This choice is yours. Decision, of course, is yours. Obviously, the consequence would also be yours. So therefore, it's just to train your oneself mentally to look at things differently and address it. Thank you.
Why do you think I say this many times again and again? Bar, lagatar. Every experience is an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. Absolutely. And the other thing I always say is stop judging yourself and stop judging others. True. When you do that, that's what becomes possible.
My biggest confidence is this: stop judging yourself, stop judging others. Go ahead with this thing, whatever you like. Pursue your heart.
Exactly. And then you see what becomes possible. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing it.
Thank you.
Yes, Kunen.
Just a quick one, sir. What Mr. Milan mentioned that I consider glass is always full, half with water and half with air. That is another
That's a wonderful one. I love it. It's never empty, actually. And that's how we look at our so-called failures. There is no failure. You understand? There is something really very positive, very useful hidden inside the so-called failures. Right? That's why I always say to people, every breakdown creates big breakthroughs. It depends on how you're going to look at it. Yeah, every breakdown is a potential breakthrough. Thank you so much for sharing that, Kunayan Saab.
Failure is a stepping stone to success in the next stage.
Absolutely. If we treat it that way, no?
Indeed.
If we treat it that way. There is a very famous story. There was this guy, he put this donkey inside a pit, deep pit, and he wanted to bury that donkey alive. So he was throwing mud inside the pit. And eventually the donkey came out. Because every time he threw mud, this fellow would step on the mud. And again, he would throw the mud, he would step on the mud. Just hold on, please. There's a call coming.
I think sir is busy, so let's continue the conversation. Vetri, I see Sudha, life coach. Sudha, are you there?
Yeah.
Can you share something? You're a life coach. Do share some wisdom, some thoughts.
So I was thinking of sharing about the question that sir had asked right now. I joined late, but still, like last 5 minutes, I pondered on the successes of my life. And it was really very good and empowering. Since my childhood, the smallest victories that I went through. Then when I was doing my graduation, it was my final year and I got married. And at whatever cost, I gave my exams. I was pregnant, still I gave my exams and I passed when my HOD said that it's not possible. In my 25 years of experience, you won't pass. And I passed. That was a great achievement for me. I was vomiting in my practical exams and theories, but my family really supported me. And after that started my, जो win-win situations. Family में इतनी problems होती हैं, joint family में, but everywhere I win. And all the family members, मेरे ससुराल में जितने लोग हैं, everyone appreciates me till date कि सुधा जैसा कोई नहीं. And everyone wants a bahu like Sudha, And then started my spiritual journey. I started with Reiki and so much like access.
That is why you've done access also.
Yeah,
I'm starting an access bars workshop here in Bombay in another 15 minutes.
Okay. So I did with access, with violet flame healing, with pranic healing, with art of living, and number, mostly I've done jitna bhi cheezein ho raha hai. And I see from where I was a very childlike person and the growth that I've taken. And it has led me so much in my life. And I've been an inspiration to my family, where I've been a sense of the joy, in the family always. Jahan main jaun to khushiyan hi khushiyan aayegi. And 1.5 years back, like my life was so beautiful, full of life, full of joy, everything in my life. Lockdown started in March. In June, I lost my husband. It was a cardiac arrest. Within a pal, jisko bolte hain na, pal kya hai, samajh mein aaya. And even then, the way I took the life, took forward my son, उसको मैंने जैसे support किया, मेरे बच्चों को जैसे support किया, and today he's a star, I'm telling you, just not even 1.5 years. And my full family is appreciating him. Yeah.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, but I have to close. I have to close the meeting now because it's time to close it. Thank you so much, Sudha, and I am so grateful to you that every time you come and join us,
So thank you to you, sir.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you,
very
everybody.
empowering, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Hello.
And we hope to see you again. Not hope to,
Hello.
we know that we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very
Yes.
much and bye-bye.
Okay.
Thank
Hello,
you.
sir. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Hello.
bye, bye.
Hello.
We
Hello.
are closing. Yes.
Bye.
Haji.
1 minute, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
who's
you.
this?
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. See you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.